Yes, people. Sorry, I was just on mute there. Yes, people. Yeah, welcome to another edition of Arsenal Talk with my boy Cape as Pauser, episode 8 today. Yeah, and listen, before we get into anything, obviously, you know what I'm saying, you've got to just see how man's doing in it. Do you know what I mean? It's just the right thing to do in it. So,
100%.
how you doing, my bro? How you doing?
Hey, bro, I'm very well, man. Very well. Come back from work,
Yeah.
obviously, feeling good. Happy off the win yesterday, and I'm looking forward to the games, man. This is how it is. How are you, bro? How you today?
Let me tell you something, yeah. I've had a bit of a mad couple of days, yeah. So last couple of days, so 2 days ago, I've just been feeling a bit, because of the weather's kind of changing now.
Weather is just
Been
mad
a bit
still,
ill,
bro.
man. Yeah, just not feeling right temperature and all that. And then yesterday, I'm sitting there watching the football now, and I've kind of like moved my laptop, and I kind of moved, and my back just went, bro. My back was just mad, so I just had to just curl up on the sofa last night. So I was a bit damaged. Good yesterday, but I'm here now. You know what I mean? Mrs. looked after me.
Got you.
Yeah, just giving me some tablets and all that. Yeah, man. But anyway, people, yeah, make sure you slap the likes for this stream as well. Yeah, this is our 8th episode. Yeah, we've probably done about 20 hours of streams already. 8th episode, yeah, we're just going strong. So people, yeah, Wednesday 6:30, Arsenal Talk, Waffle Don and Cape has Pauser. But you know what? I'm not going to talk. I'm going to see what Cape's saying, because Cape's probably going to be the happier guy out of the two. So I want to hear Cape's thoughts. Or Cape, ask me a question, man. You know what I mean? But we're going to talk about the game anyway. So let's get into the Arsenal versus Athletic Bilbao game. What are you saying? What are you saying about the game, bro?
Yeah, 3 points, man. Clean sheet away from home. First game of Champions League. We take it, man. Like, we're missing a lot of our. I'm not even saying it, but we're missing a lot of main players, and I feel like we still have a lot of new players, and I feel it wasn't the greatest of performances.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
Performances, like especially in the first half. But I think no one game is gonna be the same in football. We've watched a lot of football through our whole lives, and sometimes you gotta be able to adapt to what the game is. Bilbao came out their first home game. They played well. In my argument, they were up for it. They were drooling well. They were physical. They were pressing up high, and we didn't settle into the game. And I think it's a credit to us that we can stay in games where we don't have the control of the game the way we want to. Let's just say, and we don't really concede anything. Because I don't really remember even in amongst the whole game Bilbao having a shot on target or anything that really was threatening to us, which is a credit to our defense, which I think we should never take lightly, because there was a time where we didn't have this type of, solid and like real like reliable defense and defensive shape players that can win the duels, players that mark their areas and want to defend and as a team. So that's what it was. And obviously credit to Martinelli and Trossard coming on and getting their goals and winning the game for us. Like, as I said in my video, the forgotten men, the furniture of the club, of our attack, that obviously we've got some new toys now that we're all excited about, and they came on when the guys that are new couldn't do it, and they won us the game. And kind of this is what you kind of want to see, where the competition is driving players to come on and make impact. Like this is what it should be doing, because it then puts pressures back on the starters as well to get themselves, the output, which all should just create, improved players. Like, and I'm happy that we were able to see out the game. I think there was some good performances, nevertheless, and I can understand why the manager went with what he went with. Like, in my opinion, anyways. What about you, bro? What was your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that, but yeah, my first thoughts. So I do remember, because I done a watch along yesterday, so I kind of like vividly remember the game. They did have a good chance in the first half, but the ball went really wide. I think Raya went to save it. It was a low shot. It wasn't a really great shot, but they did have a shot that was quite threatening in the first half as well. But I think what we need to do as well, yeah, is to credit Athletic Bilbao, because they absolutely frustrated us, yeah. I would say, without the 2 subs coming on, it could have all ended up a draw, you know, a 0-0 draw, because that's the way it was looking. Gyökeres, you know what I mean? He was probing, but it was just it was just a physical game. Yeah, these guys at the back, good defense, good setup, tactically, manager, you know, his aim was to frustrate us, to stop us from playing in the midfield, to, you know, double up on the flanks, and, you know, he kind of like he nearly the coach nearly got his way, but he was able to seal the points. There's one thing that stood out to me in the game, though, yeah. I don't know if you can remember this, yeah, and I just want to touch on it quickly. The Eze tackle. Can you remember the Eze tackle on the sideline?
No,
We just went in and done a mad tackle, and he got the ball.
yeah.
I was like, raw. Is that how Eze was like? You never see Eze like that. Eze is usually calm, innit? But obviously, fair tackle, he's won the ball and stuff, and the guy's trying to like come in and just try and rough him up, innit? And he's just like, listen, ref, yeah, you see what he's doing. Yeah? I love that. I love that about Eze, because, and this is, we're gonna get into so much stuff, yeah, because this is listen, guys, yes.
That passion that he's showing is part of the way he feels about the club. That's why I said, like, even if he's not known to be this hard worker off the ball or great defensive player from our team, like, he shows that. Obviously, like, yeah, I think people always have to context things in it, and people always take me and think I'm some like always giving, you know, excuses for the club or stuff like that. But it's football is not that easy. There's 2 teams to play. Like, I mean, as I said, Arsenal fans now, because we're a good team, just expect us to be wiping teams every single game. You know,
no. But this is what I wanted to get. This is what I wanted to say. Go on.
I'll ask you a question, then. Like, what was your reaction to the starting lineup? Because you predicted Marino to start, so I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna get to that. But this is. I just wanted to just quickly just summarize parts of the game, because I just wanted to just finish off anyway. So, in terms of our overall play in the first half, I felt the best chance dropped to Gyökeres. He had a diving header. I think that was the best chance we had in the half. Noni tried, Eze tried, but they defended, you know, very well. And, you know what I mean? As I said, sometimes, you know, we seem to think that because we win a game, you know, we're gonna smack up the next team.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. No 2 games.
Everyone was predicting 3-0, isn't it? And
and obviously, as I said, I predicted 3-0. But then I said, you can never account for how a game's gonna go on the day. Like, on the day, like, people, like, if we had wiped Bilbao with that same lineup, obviously no one discredits the lineup, no one discredits the performance or anything like that. Obviously, we won 2-0, and I'm not saying there's no things to highlight, but you have to always put things into context. Bilbao played well. They defended well. They were physical. They were winning their duels, especially in the first half. Like, it could happen on a day where it could happen and then we could lose. It just looked like they would, and you couldn't just say that we played bad. It was they played well, they put it on us, and they grew into the game. But we know how to nullify teams, even if they try to bring it to us on that level. Like, I'm saying, go and watch how many games any other teams in Europe, you know, Liverpool, or even the league, Liverpool, City, Bayern's, where if a team is on, another team's on it, puts it on them, makes the game a bit more physical, a bit more nasty. How do they react? Because we, as you said, like you mentioned, the one chance that went wide, that was like the only real chance that they created, even though they were good. And as I said, like, obviously people always take it as, the manager's putting the handbrake on, because we want to see an entertaining spectacle. But if that entertaining spectacle from a neutral perspective becomes worrying for us, where we're conceding more chances and the possibility to lose, no one, like, what would you rather? An entertaining game but we potentially lose, or a game where it was dull but we never was necessarily put under threat and we won the game? Like, and ultimately, you winning away from home or in any game is not an expectancy, in it. Like, and that's what I said. In your home games, there's a level of expectancy in your performance. There's a level of expectancy in terms of how much ball you're gonna have, what the crowd, you're in front of your crowd. You should I expect Arsenal to play in a certain way, no matter what team. It's just, and we'll probably get into that when we talk about City game. But when you're away from home, as much as you can predict stuff, you don't like that's another team's home ground. You might think they have weaknesses, but they also have strengths, and they're also going to be inspired. That atmosphere yesterday was not. I was on the TV, I was hearing it. It was a good atmosphere. They were 2-0 down. Their ultras are still making mad noise, singing their songs. I'm like, do you know what I'm saying? If that's Arsenal 2-0 down, we're not singing. Say them silent. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's difficult when you're away from home to win. And it's difficult when you're away from home to make a home team to nullify a team at their home ground. And at the 3 home grounds we've gone to this season, the other team haven't really done anything. City, so United, Liverpool, and now Bilbao. And you have to always put things into context, because if you face Bilbao at home, which we've seen in the reverse fixture, obviously, albeit pre-season, there's a different level of how we performed, different level of the passes are more smoother, we're able to get on top of the ball. I'm not saying that they couldn't put it on us, but it's just the context is different, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I was just going to say something now. I just lost my train of thought now. Yeah. Sorry, you asked me about the lineup. I kind of predicted that lineup, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you did predict that lineup. So.
Yeah, obviously Timber started. I thought Ben White would be ready to start, but Timber started. So yeah, there weren't nothing new under the sun with that lineup. I don't know about. See, I need to think of how.
Okay, I'll ask you this question. Yeah, if Ethan had started instead of Marino, but given how the game went in terms of the physical game, how do you think? Yeah, that's what. Like, do you think?
Because it's all about. I had that question in my head when we was playing.
Because yeah, what do you think? Because I think obviously, and it's easy for me to say, oh, Ethan comes in that game, he doesn't get on the ball. Ethan's a good player, so he could easily create moments. But in the off the ball moments, when it's physical and they're fouling and the ball's in the air, do you know what I mean? The game turns, and it's like you play the player that probably has played Bilbao many a time, probably knows their style, knows playing in that stadium, is comfortable playing in that stadium. In Marino, in a Mosquera, in Zubimendi. Sometimes you have to, the context is like, how do you win a game? What's the best way to win a game? Sometimes the best way to win a game is not swashbuckling football. Sometimes it's stinking the place out and getting a result. It's the same thing I said against Liverpool. If we had somehow nicked a 1-0 win in the way that game went, none of us are like, we're not going to be talking. And this is what I'm saying, like, if you're like, I'm not saying you shouldn't criticize, but to focus too much on how the game went when we win the game is a sad thing to me personally, because it just means that you're always gonna find something to complain about. Because criticizing is different than complaining. Like, I can highlight that the game wasn't good, but I'm not gonna fixate on the fact that the game wasn't good because we got 3 points and there's a lot of positives. But that's how I see it, because it's not easy to win those type of games, especially with the way the game went. If Bilbao was completely dead, like in terms of they didn't propose any threat or anything, and then we played the way we played, it's a different question. But the game wasn't like that, as you said.
So, in terms of, I think you can have some kind of form of constructive criticism, even if we win a game. And you know yourself as a coach, that there's always going to be an element of something that you may not like, or something that could be improved on. So there's always room for improvement. Continuous improvement in terms of like the game. And I'm sure Arteta as a manager, he would have identified that as well. But in terms of, the result and the tactics, to bring on Martinelli in the second half and Trossard, I thought it was great. So class. You know what I mean? I'll give the manager for that.
It was good, because you have to realize, like, throughout the game, like, I felt like, because I feel like Gokers was decent in the game, especially in his like link up play and everything, and us finding him got into a lot of positions in the first half, albeit we didn't kind of get that clear cut or real like take any chances. But I feel like he had more of a creative player in Eze out wide and more of a running behind player in the middle, and then he put Trossard in the false 9 and put Martinelli on, which switches the dynamics. Like, Madueke was getting a bit more joy from his fullback, even though I thought that the guy defended well. But the pace should have been on the outside, and we had more of the ball playing. When Trossard came on, he was dropping in deep. He was getting the ball, picking it up, linking up play, and it was obviously you can see a more natural player in that role. That what that game was for, which is why I said options is good. And Martinelli coming in, they were playing a highlight all game, so that was like cash money. Like, and it's obviously. It's not a surprise that he came. Obviously, it's a surprise he came on and scored 36 seconds, but it's not a surprise he came on and scored, because
how many seconds?
I think it was 36 seconds after he came on.
Serious?
Yeah. which is why, like, obviously, it makes Arteta look like a genius. But clearly, the manager saw, like, the game was there to be won, and he made a few tweaks, and the two players that he brought on got to the goals. And I think that's part of coaching, because whether his initial game plan worked or not, or whatever it was, he was reactive enough to know how the game was going and make the necessary changes. And obviously football's football. They scored the goals, and obviously he's got to look like a genius. But that's just a credit to the quality we have in our squad, because all I think about is moments like PSG semi-final last year, and you look at the bench and there's no one to bring on like that can change the game or can really impact. And you look at the bench yesterday, and we still have a lot of players missing, and there's a couple of players you can bring on to different profiles, different type of guys that can, impact the game, and that's why it's good. I don't think Martinelli starts on Sunday. I think this is how you keep him hungry. You got his goal. You tell him, hey, if you keep doing this, then maybe you get that position back. But then you also tell Eze, hey, you got to get a goal in this game type situation. Big up Latvia and Guna. And obviously big up AFC always.
Big up to AFC always, man. I suppose there's a element of you're never gonna keep everyone happy, are you, innit? Especially like with the team within itself. So, as much as my issues, with certain football we play, others might be happy with that, innit? But I'm always, I've just got that critical eye, so I'm just always gonna think. But there comes a point where, it's easier to criticize than it is to praise, I suppose.
Because it's harder to. I think, and I don't get me wrong. Criticism is necessary, and there's criticism in this game, but it's like
let's talk on that then, because I think that's what we need to talk on.
No, we can talk on it, but like me, my mindset. So people will always say criticism in this game, but I think to fixate on the criticisms is
but as you're there, I think we should speak on the criticism.
Okay? Yeah, but the criticism that I have in the game is not necessarily towards the manager or the players. I think Bilbao first 20-30 minutes played well. We didn't get into the game. We weren't passing the ball well. We wasn't really moving.
Yeah, but why was that then?
Because we're playing away from home. Because we're playing away from home against another set of 11 players that can influence the game as much as we can influence the game. I think that's as simple as it is. So I think fans.
I don't think it's as simple.
Do you know what? This is what I want everyone to do. Whoever's watching me, go watch this Champions League. Make sure.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a stat. Yeah? Okay, so I'm hearing everything that you're saying, and I mentioned this stat yesterday, and obviously TK in the group chat says it doesn't matter. I said Arsenal were the third team to beat Atletico Bilbao, the third English team to beat Athletic Bilbao. Now, that's a very mean feat to do that. Yeah,
they don't really lose at home at all.
His response was, "It doesn't matter." So the expectation, and I'm not saying this is my opinion, but the expectation, we are the Arsenal, innit? That's how us fans are. There's an ignorance, I think, amongst our fan base that think that we can just go anywhere and just rock up.
Yeah, but then that ignorance has to be devoid, because that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go watch all the good teams that you rate, your Barcelona's, your Bayern's, your City's, your Liverpool's, whoever like you rate in the PSG's, obviously I don't respect them. Anyone you rate in the Champions League, watch them when they're playing away from home.
It's different, isn't it? It's different. It's a different mindset.
And that's what I say. And I'll also say an Arsenal thing. We've been Arsenal fans for years. When we were in the Wenger days, we always played good football. But how many times did we go away from home in the Champions League and lose? We still had good moments in those games. Sometimes we scored goals, but we're losing. Even when we got even if it's a little, not even a big team, just a normal team, we're just not getting the result. Like, I'm saying, like, you have to context football. Like, you have a club here, and I'm not glazing the manager, because if whether it's Arteta, Pep Guardiola, whoever, like, we generally have a team in which we can transform like a chameleon into whatever the game whatever the game is going to be. Like, as I said, we've only conceded, that's what I said, like, for me it would be different if we were losing games or we're drawing games and then we're playing the way we're playing, like, or like in certain games we're playing the way we're playing. Like, we've actually only conceded one goal from amazing free kick. I can't lie, because I watched it the other day. I think it came up. I was like, okay, this was good, man. Amazing free kick. we all watched that game. Liverpool had nothing else in that game. I don't remember them having a shot on target, even really threatening us or feeling threatened from them in an attacking sense. And I'm not saying that means, oh, because we didn't attack them, that it means anything. I'm saying football is just not played the same. We might play City on Saturday. City might come out and say, do you know what, we beat. And this is, and obviously, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, but they might have. Like I was always saying, okay, City beat Man United. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to be a bit more confident. Obviously, they just came back off the back of 2 losses, innit? And obviously, they play tomorrow, see what they do against Napoli. That's not an easy game. But let's just say they do win that game. They're going to be a bit more confident now. 2 wins on the bounce. We're going to Emirates. I'm not saying Pep is deluded, but I think City will try and come out, play their game. They're going to come and press out. And I think that will play into our hands. If City play well, that's
we'll get into that. We get into that game.
But I feel like this game is like, you have to always context it, like in terms of how did the game go and then what did we do? Like it's not as entertaining, but you never at one point felt threatened about the result not going.
And this is where I want to get to with you. Yeah? I'm trying to get to one area where people might be critical. Okay, so, and we didn't concede, fair enough, yeah. But there's 2 things here. Yeah? So one is the midfield. Yes, it was difficult in the midfield. They packed the midfield. They were able to what's that word? Squeeze us in the midfield. But that doesn't stop us from, you know what I mean, playing better football. That doesn't stop us from playing better passes. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Trying to do better in the midfield. And this is my question that I wanted to ask you, yeah, because we both predicted the lineup to be how it was, yeah. Is it a case of 2 things? Is it a case that, one, the midfield 3 of Marino, Rice, and Zubimendi doesn't work? That's my first question. Or is it that they're not really, there's that cohesion's not there yet? Those are my 2 questions.
The first question, I think you have to adapt what you expect from a midfield when you have to see the players there. And so like a midfield, like the midfield of those players, like with their profiles and the style that they are, is a different midfield than when you have an Odegaard in there, or if you put an Ethan in there, or how it was on a Saturday where it was Ethan and Marino. And
so what do you think the tactics was? I think this game, was it to be solid then in the midfield?
It's to be solid, and obviously you have to realize Marino can score goals, and he has scored goals, and I guess that's not a thing that anyone questions anymore. It's more people, obviously, as a midfielder, you want him to get into moments, and if he's playing, I guess, the highest out of the 3, you want him to get into and positions and do things that, as I said, is not naturally his style. But at the end of the day, I don't think the midfield played well because they just, like, outside of Bilbao, that as I said, sometimes you're not going to play well. Like, there's going to be some periods in the game where maybe you get pressed and you make a dead pass or something, or maybe you overhit a pass or underhit a pass, or you don't check your shoulders one point and you get tackled. Like, it happens. Like, as I said, like, so when that happens, how do you adapt? Because there'll be the next game, you might make all your passes, or you might, like, Marino was technically clean on Saturday with all his turns and passes and touches, like, and Rice in the beginning of this game was a bit janky. Like, it can happen. That's why I'm like, you have to look at the game more. Like, the manager's not the one playing on the pitch. Like, he's not telling a player to take a dead touch or play overhit a pass or underhit a pass. Do you know what I mean? It's the same way I said, like, if you put even in that game, it could have gone better. Maybe we could have won a game in the first half. He could have got eaten up, and maybe the manager looks like, oh, why did you put Ethan in the start in a tough away game? Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the goalpost would have moved either way, depending on whatever. Which is why it's boring to me. It's just more. This is a group of players that this midfield has played three times together. I think 2 times. Obviously, Zubimendi is still a new player in this. Obviously, yes, Marino and Zubimendi have a clear understanding and chemistry, but as a pairing, and maybe what's been asked of them, obviously, is still fresh. So, like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm always a context person in it, but, like, I don't think we got overrun in the midfield, or we, Like, I don't think we played badly. Like, that's what I say. Like, it wasn't a great performance, but I think there was moments where Zubimendi got on the ball, was able to punch passes through to players. There was moments where Hamd got Madueke on the ball countless of times with switches from Rice and Zubimendi out there. Eze had some good touches, even when it was a bit quiet. Gokres was lively. Like, it wasn't amazing, but not every game's going to be amazing. But if we don't play amazing, can we still win? Can we still not concede chances? Yes, we can. So maybe my standards is different to other people, and maybe people want to see 5-0s and
everyone's standards are different though, and everyone looks at quality in
But as I said, like when we used to play great football, albeit okay, there's different players, it wasn't the same. Even at Man City, even at Real Madrid have adapted different styles of plays in Europe when they go away from home.
Sorry.
So even that's all I gotta say. Big up. Static in the
chat. Yeah. We've got to big up some people that's in the chat, man, because we've got 10 people. Make sure you slap the lights, guys. Yeah. Big up to the likes of Static in the building. My mod life. And big up, he says, Martinelli and Trossard have definitely not silenced me. They have to continue to put in good performance. You see how I put the title as a clickbait thing, yeah?
Yeah.
I knew man will be here like that.
Yeah, obviously, it's just more. I think I think it's I just like the idea that your depth or your once starters are now your depth. Because I feel like it's not a coincidence, and I feel like it's why Mikel can, in a game where it's a bit, he can call on the guys that he's, had for the last 2, 3, 4 years, played in these European games against different teams, and knows that, like, in this context where they're not starters anymore, they're gonna have a bit more fire in them. Fam, they came on, Trossard came on, the touches were sharp. Martinelli took on his man.
Let's talk about the goal. Let's talk about the first goal, yeah, because so as I can remember vividly, the game, Athletic Bilbao's booted the high, because that's another thing what they were doing as well. Atletico was trying to do the high ball thing, innit?
Yeah.
And just stop us playing on the floor.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So Mosquera headers it.
Yeah, and
then Rice gets a little.
Yeah, then he flicks it to Trossard.
Then Trossard comes in, flick.
That's a lovely flick from Trossard as well. Like outside the boot, it's the only way he could have got it to where it went. It wasn't like a accident. And then Martinelli, man. Because I think the header.
No, hold on. We ain't finished yet, though, brother. We ain't finished because Martinelli, the touch, but what he does is he does a kind of like he kind of does like
the header. I think obviously initially, when you're in a break, you want to header it forward so you can get into the space.
Yeah.
But I think he headers it and it kind of goes a bit behind him. Then he takes the second touch where he then, makes the goal. Like that second touch puts it into the space, and then, as you say, innit? Like no one's gonna catch up with Martinelli 1v1. But I trust him when he's 1v1 in front of the keeper because we've seen it many times throughout his career. Like when he's 1-on-1 goal, which is why many people argue maybe you should play him more centrally or use him in more of that kind of role.
Did you see the way he scored his goal through the center?
Through the center, and obviously, and it was in transition, which is why, like, as I said, like, having a player like Martinelli, tired legs, a team and they played physical, they pressed up high, they were in the duel. So fam, their players are gonna tire out. Like they were fouling a lot. Space was in behind. They were still playing the high line, and he gets that goal. Obviously, he wasn't the cleanest of finishers. It wasn't the cleanest of finishers.
Yeah. But you know what they say, you know what, shoot at them.
You take it, and that's what you want. Like and it's what I've said many times in it, because obviously credit. Like I said this, like Martinelli isn't the best player. Everyone knows this, but confidence in football is one of the biggest tools to me because I've played football, because I've been there where I've not been confident and I've had janky touches. I can't shoot. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I've been there when I'm confident. And bro, I'm not glazing myself, but hey, R9 man can't really chat to man when I'm confident. But
hey, we know about your free kick. Hey, if you've not seen Cape's free kick, mods, listen,
go check that
I'm gonna find it. I'll keep talking, man. I'm gonna find that free kick.
But like you saw, like with the second goal, like he got the ball. And it was I can't remember who played a pass to Rice. Who was it? Someone played a risky. It was a good ball, but a risky ball out to Rice. No, it was someone on the right. It's like either Timber or it was either like Marino maybe. But someone played the ball out to Rice. Obviously, Rice gave it to Martinelli. He got the ball. Intent was there. It wasn't okay, I'm gonna dilly dally. We're 1-0 up. This 80th minute. Got the ball. Got at his man. Beat his man. And then I think why I credit him even more. And thank you, Yadonzi. It was Timber. That was a lovely pass, by the way, that he played to Rice. Because Madueke was beating his man all game, innit? But obviously, something that I'll say, because Madueke is a very exciting player, and obviously, I've talked about him many a time. But I think the games go on, as long as Saka's out, I think he needs to turn these openings into actually finding someone from the cross or getting the shot on target. Martinelli waited and he picked out Trossard. It wasn't a hit and hope type cross, which, as you said, like, so you got into the position, then you made the right decision. And obviously Trossard, his time, got the goal. And it was like, how many times, when's the last time you saw that from Martinelli? Like, which is why I said confidence sometimes breeds him. Confidence and the comp. He's been dropped. He was our starter for 3-4 years, and now he's not a starter. And he knows that, like, hey, the player that's playing in front of you is better than you. Like, let's go to spade a spade. So what can you do to make sure you get your position back? He's not scoring right now. I'm gonna get the goals. I want us the game. You saw the way the players, every player ran up to him. Every player, like, the Calafiori was put into his shirt, because you can tell that's what I said. Like, us fans can criticize, and obviously these men see everything in it, but they see the man every day. They know what a man is on. So they, like, and they're footballers as well, innit? I'm not saying Martinelli I was gonna go on a mad run in that, but it's like, it's just.
I need to go for the comments, bro. Yeah, let me go for the comments. Big up to Cooper in the building, man. He says big up, yeah. Big up to Cooper, yeah. Big, always here, my friend. Big up to Don C as well. Make sure you go and subscribe to Don C. I think he's close to 100, if not got 100 already. Don C, when's the invite? Because waiting for an invite and you're not even invited us. You're sending YouTube links and all that. You ain't even jumped on my channel yet, my brother. Actually, I think you have. Actually, I can't remember. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But yeah, man, we're waiting for that. Waiting for the group chat link up, bro. So, you know what I mean? Make it happen. Cooper says smash the likes and subscribe. LG. Don says large up the chat, like and subscribe. Stats to laughing and all
Scouse
that.
accent.
For that title. Waffle cooking. Yeah, man. We cooking waffles every day, my bro. Cape the baller. Yeah, man. Listen, you need to see that free kick. There's a free kick here as well, guys. Make sure you watch that free kick. Make sure you give it a like as well, innit? Man's doing a knuckleball thing and everything's there. Big up, Timber as well. Latvian says, can Kate play left wing?
I can play left wing still.
Probably can, you know? He probably can. He's probably, you know what? You look like a kind of fast kind of baller, kind of techie baller.
I'm tall, but I lost my speed. I've done my ACL.
Oh, serious?
5 years ago. Yeah, I've had a few injuries in my life, innit? So
serious.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'll tell you about it. I've had mad injuries. Arteta
is playing Marino because if he started Ranieri or Eze, we'll see how much better they both are in the team. See, and I want to talk about the Marino thing, because I just need to get it out there. The reason why Marino played yesterday because he was on form. Yeah, if you look at the game against Forest, he played very well. If you look at his form
international break,
he's played very well. So that's why.
And he's played in the stadium for Sociedad many a time against this same team. He wouldn't have the atmosphere and the game wouldn't have done anything to him because he's been there many a time and done that. And hey, appreciate that, Don C, man. Like, I think with Marino, like as I said, like, people are always gonna feel frustrated because we want to see what we want to see, but. Like, I think that only comes that the criticism can be warranted when the result doesn't go the way that it goes, but when it does, I think it's kind of like you're kind of fixating on the wrong things, in my opinion.
Look at this. Hold on. That thing just put this up, and I don't even know about this. I've just seen this. I saw AFC speak on this as well. He says what really peeved me off was Arteta yelling at Eze when he cut in and said to stay wide and be a touchline winner. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I think it's the system. As a coach, you have to realize, like, in a game where, as we said, like they were compacting the midfield and making the game tight, you had to make the game pitch big as possible. Like, it's not. Yeah, like I don't think he doesn't want Eze to drift inside when he's on the ball. I think it's when Eze drifts inside when he doesn't have the ball to try and get the ball. Then we don't have the width, because I don't think Calafiori was bumming up and down as much yesterday as he has been in the previous games. Obviously, Iñaki Williams is a good player. I think he was playing on this side. Like it's context, isn't it? Like, at the end of the day, like Eze is like Eze is. We all know Eze is a 10, and we hope one day Eze does get some moments to play in that 10 position, isn't it? And I think as the team starts to get used to each other, I'm pretty sure Eze drifting inside, and if there's a more of an overlapping fullback like an Nkapie, for example, then like there will be a lot of things. But I think it's difficult because as I said, like we all watched that game yesterday. They packed out the midfield and they were playing more of a narrow shape. If you then drift inside, you're making the pitch smaller for ourselves. We can't really dominate where the game is there to be won. That's why, like, if you chose to play Eze, as I said, as the game went, it was more suited for Martinelli, and which is why
I want to say something quickly, yeah, and it's probably going to be slightly controversial, yeah. A few things, yeah. So the Nottingham Forest game, yeah. Obviously, I've checked the notes from the Arsenal.com and what Arteta said about the players and stuff. Yeah, he's not mentioned Eze at all in terms of, like, you know, the brilliant assist for Gyökeres. But then again, he didn't mention Gyökeres either. Today, obviously, I've seen from Latvian that, you know, he's telling, you know, Eze to scream at Eze or whatever to be the left thing and that. The Liverpool game, you know, he criticised him for, you know what I mean, not taking the shot and stuff like that. He doesn't usually go in on players like that. Yeah. So why do you think he's going on in on Eze?
But I think if you watch Arteta, I think the camera caught him shouting at Eze, but the guy, if I can hear him shouting on my TV anyways. Like, he shouts at everyone, man. Like, it's not a Eze thing, innit? And I think if he's not praising them if he's not praising them in the public, it's because he probably wants to get them more hungry to fire more, like to get them to have that mad performance. And as I said, in the Forest game, he has to give Eze the freedom, but you have to get the dynamics around the team right, that it's not compromising how that game state is. Because if you don't have an overlapping fullback, it doesn't make sense for your left winger to drift inside. Then if we now want to switch the ball, there's no one out there. Like what would you guys say to that? Because in the game wasn't there where Calafiori was overlapping, so he had to hold the width.
This is the thing, guys. Yeah,
people are more frustrated people are more frustrated because we didn't have more natural, creative player in the middle. So that's why you want to see as a drift inside. But then the game wasn't like that, and obviously you have to also think about it. Maybe that might have been the plan, but because Bilbao started the game so well, put it on us, we didn't start the game the way we wanted to. I mean, we couldn't just like. You have to realize these things change a lot of things, innit? Like, we might have had that intention, but it didn't go. Forest and everything on Forest, the Forest game went sweet, like the way we want from start to finish, in my opinion, anyway. So it's like that's what I say. I have a question for you though. Before we move on.
Just listen to answer this and give me the question. Yeah, what position? Hey, there was a time where I saw Cali in centre midfield, right back, left back, up front. The guy was doing the mazza.
That's how it should be still. Because he's a left back, but it's a similar thing to Eze is with the Eze thing, isn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure as Eze settles into our team, he will be given more freedom to play his game. The same way Calafiori's settled into our team, and he's given more of that freedom to play his game. Like he's because of the skill traits and what he offers and how that can confuse teams. That's what it is. So, like, as much as I understand what everyone's saying, I think it will be all right, man. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to worry too much. The question I have for you, obviously.
Yeah, you have to ask me the question when BBK is here now. The guy's probably writing notes. Got his
okay, do you know what? Because BBK is here, it's even suited, bro. This player yesterday again, I think, had another class performance. And I just want to know your thoughts about Christian Bosquera.
Right. You know what? You and BBK, yeah, especially, yeah, and TK as well. I'm telling you, man, now, yeah. Pull up, slow down, and relax. He was good, but the team weren't that great in the first half. And there was a couple of times he made mistakes. But no, apart from that. And the thing is, though, yeah, the guy's played in Spain. He knows this is what I'm saying. He should be used to playing in that type of environment. Has he played in the Champions League before?
No.
Did you play for Seville before?
No, Valencia. No, they've never been Champions League.
So he's never played. You sure he's never? Oh yeah. Valencia. No, and I rate the guy. I think the guy's a good player. But I just listen. From the first time I saw Mosquera play, yeah, he was already imprinted on my heart. This brother's a baller. But you know what? I don't want to do the thing of like when Saliba started first playing for us, yeah. And man's not saying you, BBK. Man's saying he's world class. Man's saying he's this. Man's saying he's that. I just want my players to marinate.
No. I agree with you, but I'm saying he needs to get.
You don't season up the fish and all that.
No, but he needs to get. No, but it's not about like I'm not over glazing him. I'm just giving him the flowers that he deserves.
Oh no, 100%.
30 million pound player, 20 years old. I'm pretty sure he is coming into a country that he hasn't. He doesn't speak the language. Of course, yeah, he has a contingency around him that probably make him feel a bit more settled. But new country, big team, well, big club. You know, Valencia and Arsenal. All due respect, there's levels, and like we have expectancy in terms of what we're going for. We have a reputation in terms of what our defense is and what it's been.
Let me tell you something.
And another thing, and just before I go, the player who he's coming in for is our best player, our best defender, the player that is world class. The player that is probably one of the
I hear all of that,
and he comes in and he looks like because he's a new signing and he looks seamless. He looks seamless in the first 3 games, and it's like I'm not saying
100%.
To me, 100%. I like him, and he deserves the credit because I think
100%.
Those type of guys, obviously, as you said, Martinelli and Trossard will get the plaudits from the game, and rightfully so. But this guy,
how about this then? How about this? As BBK calls him, Boss Scary. Yeah, love that name. I want him to start on Saturday, but we're going to get into the Man City game in a bit, not right now. No, listen. Oh, so hold on. You can't say in one like ear like flowers, and then do you know what? If he's that good, then it's not.
No.
Hold on. He's played against Liverpool, bro.
I'm giving the faces for devil's.
Yeah, but Saliba is not fully fit, bro. So
no, but he is, because if he's fully fit to make the bench, then he clearly is fully fit. Like, do you know what I mean?
Anyway, that's a debate. We get into that. We get into that in a bit. What I'm going to say about Mosquera, is you know what? Yeah, he's come in. He's done a job. Can he stay fit though? Yeah, when he's needed. So this is a long, hard season, by the way. Yeah, these men are playing like maybe 40 to 60 games,
which is why I'm saying.
Hold on, let me finish my point. Saliba, as good as he is, yeah, there's been important stages of seasons where we've not had where he's not played. All right, he played, I think, one season, 38 games or whatever. Yeah, I can't remember what season it was. Was it last season or the season before? The season before that, I think. The only thing with that though is I need my players to stay fit. Yeah, he's a centre back. Mosquera is a young guy. He needs to be able to be ready when Saliba, because Saliba's one of them players. Yeah, as great as he is, my man gets injuries. So can Mosquera be ready to cut? Brother, my man was out last season. Yeah, wasn't he out last season?
Yeah,
and that season,
the last 2 games.
When we lost the title.
Yeah, he got that back injury that killed him. That
yeah, so I kind of like needs. I need to know Mosquera is going to come in, and obviously we see that Mosquera can come in and do a job. So I rate it. But
his injury history obviously is good. He's played like he started I think all games last season for Valencia, and he started like majority of the games the season before. But as I said, it's more of the reason why I'm talking about like if Saliba is fit because he made a bench. Like you don't make the bench if you're not fit, or at least almost fit, or you're not going to travel to Spain if you're not fit. In my opinion, you'll just stay. And I agree with BBK. I knew Saliba was class on the MK Dons as well.
Yeah, of course.
But with Mosquera, it's like he's coming to a new team. Obviously, he wouldn't have been expected to be starting right now. Obviously, because no one ever anticipated a Saliba injury at this point in the season. So with Saliba back fit, and obviously you would argue going against Haaland is probably the toughest test to go through in terms of the physical nature. The physical nature and what that can offer for a player. I think just the experience of Saliba, especially if he's fit, is why I play him. And also, you have to realize Mosquera's played 90 minutes on Saturday. He's played 90 minutes a day. And if he gets another 90 minutes against Haaland, maybe that might be the one that gives him a little niggly injury, because he's not played in this league before, even though he's played a lot of games, and now he's playing against a tough team. Like, I have to realize it was a tough game.
He played in a row, 3 games.
Yeah, it will be 3. Basically Anfield, because he came on 5 minutes. Yeah, so he's played 3 games in a row. But obviously he was there. So it's like if Saliba's fit, and that's probably the game I would want Saliba to play because it's the same thing.
Okay, I hear it. I hear it.
And Saka was fit and fully fit. As much as Madueke is fit, I'm going to put Saka into the team. It's just life,
Yeah,
innit? Like
best players, innit? That's an argument.
Odegaard is fully fit. I'm going to put Odegaard into the team. Mourinho's good. It's just life, innit? But it's also because against MK Dons, against Port Vale next week, you would anticipate and expect if Saliba's fit for Mosquera to want to play that game and Saliba to be able to make the City game because it's just one of those, innit? But we'll see, innit? Like either way, if Mosquera starts, I'm fine. I'm not saying like I don't think he can handle the game. I'm just like, if Saliba's available, why would you not play the better player in the position? It's more one of those situations than if like, oh, Mosquera doesn't deserve to start. I think he's been class, and you know my opinion about it. I've said this from when we signed him, and it was one of the most important signings.
Yeah. I hear it. If Haaland bullies Mosquera, that could maybe scar him.
Yeah, that's what I say. So if Saliba's fit, you kind of take him out of the firing line. You let Saliba show the experience, and then you let him kind of still have he's confident right now. He's flowing. Let him continue to flow. I think he could potentially, because Haaland and Gabriel have had that battle going between them. I'm not saying Haaland's going to peel on to Gabriel all the time, but just take him out of the firing line. That's what I'll say. But he's a great player, man. He's a great player.
I do. But listen, can we do just like a quick rating of the players? All right,
cool. We go up and go. I'll say them in a minute. Raya
in goal.
I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, he didn't really have to do too much, did he?
It was comfortable. Whatever he had to do, he handled. Not that there was anything worrying. His distribution was good. So Timber.
Timber was good.
Timber was good, man.
Roughing up in it, it was rough. I'll give him a 7 as well.
I'll give him a 7. I think as well. Mosquera.
I'll give him a 7.
Okay, 7. Gabriel, 7, same thing.
Gabriel done something that annoyed me in the first half, bro. He just gave the ball away, so he's gonna get a 6.5.
Well, I'll give him a 7, man. I won't discredit him for that mistake. Calafiori, I think he was good.
Do you know what? I've been rating Calafiori all this season, but I don't think yesterday was his best game. I thought he was all right, but I don't think yesterday was his best game. So he's going to get 6.5. I know you're going to give him
a 7. I think. Give him 7. Yeah, Zubimendi.
You're not taking into consideration the first half. But I suppose it's more defensive.
I don't think any of the defense. Yeah, the defense didn't do anything wrong. They kept a clean sheet. Most of them handled their matchups, and like they did have good moments to help our attack. So
Rice. Oh, okay, we get to it. Okay.
Zubimendi.
Who's Zubimendi? You know, okay, you see with Zubimendi, and Rice, I feel that Rice takes Zubimendi's space at times. I think he kind of narrows the space and the gaps that Zubimendi has. So for me, I don't think we saw the best of Zubimendi yesterday. That's why I was trying to probe you about the midfield. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. That pivot for me is not working yet. But anyway, that's a discussion for another day. I'll give Zubimendi. I didn't see him that much, so I'll give him a 7. But you know what I mean, it's just one of them guys.
I'll give him a 7.
Who next? Rice is getting a 6 because he got a yellow card. But then again, he still stayed on the pitch.
Yeah,
but I don't think it was his best game.
I think he got better as the game goes, and I think to manage being on the yellow card in that kind of tough game, the way the game was being played early, and get better in the game, and still was physical and still was getting to the ball. I think I give him a 7 because good. Marino,
I give him a 6, bro. When I watch the game, bro, I don't really see Marino. Do you know that? Yeah, obviously, he was more on that physical side. I would have said, isn't it? More. Did he have any chances in the game? Did he have a chance or?
I can't remember.
He had a header in it. I think he had a header on goal, but I think it went straight to the goalkeeper.
Oh yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, that was a good chance. That was actually good. It was actually a good header.
Industrious. I'll just give him industrious. Well, I'm not going to give him no high score. I'll just give him a 6.
Yeah, give him a 6. Eze.
With Eze, I felt that you saw his defensive side more of the game. People are going to be like, oh, do you know what? He needs to be in the 10 and he's the thing. But do you know what? If he's playing the position, then he has to
do the job.
Play a certain way as well at certain times as well. And if you're in a position where the team's running against you, yeah, then you have to do defensive duties. I'm going to give him a 6. I don't think he really had one of his best games, to be honest. Yeah. You know, we know the talent in Eze. First game in the Champions League as well. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting like fireworks.
Yeah,
so I'm going to give him a 6. I'll give him a 6.5.
I give him a 6. I think it wasn't like his best game. I don't think he played bad. I just think it wasn't like the glaring, you know, the talent. He had some good touches and stuff, but it's not easy for him. First Champions League game, as you said, and that was a physical game.
AFC's on a brutal team. Boy,
I guess so. But that was a physical game, and it was tough environment, man. I give him a 6. I give Gokares, I give him a 6 as well.
Gokares.
I think he was good. Like, I think he tried.
He was fighting.
I think he had a couple chances. He had that diving header that was close. He had the 1v1 from the break. I think he had better touches that he could have scored. Obviously, he did sustain that head injury that obviously can never amount to how that can affect you in the game as well. But I think he was better. I think his link-up play was much better than we've seen so far. I think you can see him getting a bit more familiar with the team. I think he's moving like Jesus or nothing, but it was better. But I'll give him a 6. What about you?
Your Prince gets a 6, man.
Madueke? I think he was lively. I think he tried to take on his man a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't get it right.
You know what? Yeah. What I liked about Madueke. Yeah, what I liked about Madueke, he was up against some good defenders, and I think in the first half he was trying to get to the touchline a bit too much. There was a point where I felt that he could have made a few crosses a bit faster a bit quicker in the first half. But in saying that, he was probably one of our better players, so I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
Yeah, I'd probably give him similar 6.5. I think he was positive, and as I said earlier in the show, like all I need him as he plays now, because I think he gets his ability is what I knew anyways when I watched him. That's why I was just confused by the outbreak. But what I also knew was obviously is the end product. Like, I think he needs to just like when he gets to that byline, when he does beat his man, just pick out the man, or you know, take the shot, or take the right shot, and obviously I'm not saying he doesn't pick out the man, pick out that man. And I think because for the amount of times he beats a man, he should allow himself to get a lot more assists, because he beats a man so many times that he gets himself to such good positions that he needs to. So I think as the weeks go by now that he's getting more familiar, that he should start turning that into that. But 6. The subs, okay, we're just gonna rate them all, I guess. Martinelli,
I'm gonna have to give him an 8, because he came on and scored
and assist.
And got the assist as well. So he's getting a straight 8.
Yeah, he's got 8 from me as well. I think it was a good performance from him.
Trossard as well.
Yeah, Trossard gets an 8 as well. I think they both get 8 from me. I think there was a good performance from me, and I liked it. Like, I saw there was a bit of something to their performance. Like, it was a bit of you're gonna push us to the side. You think you're just gonna push us to the side? I think we're not gonna do nothing. Yeah, say no more type shit. And I like that, because that's what I need from the players in it. So yeah, I think what Hincapié, Norgard, I think also came on. Do you give them any ratings, or just like a neutral? Obviously, they made a debut, which is good. Hincapié looks like he's up for a draw, though.
Yeah, Hincapié, he come on and he just done his thing, innit? Brute force. Just
Norgard looks like he has good legs, like he can cover the pitch, ground in the pitch.
Yeah, I didn't really kind of like. Obviously, they came on late, innit? So it weren't really like the game was just winding down, innit? So maybe a 5.
Yeah, I'll just give them a new. I'll give them no rating for me. I just like there's no need. But cool. As we transition, I'm pretty sure we're gonna transition to the City game. Like,
we're getting to that.
I'll start off. I'll ask you a question. Like, what changed? What would you? Because we can like the lineup. I'm pretty sure there's positions that we know who's gonna play in there. Like, we know the keeper's gonna be. We know Gabriel's gonna play. We know Madueke's gonna play. Saka's not fit yet. We know Gokares will start. We know Zubimendi will play. Probably Rice is a big game. So, so the left wing position. Obviously, Timber should play as well. Ben White's not fit. So the left wing position, the left back position, and in the number 10 or that other centre mid position, who would you go with?
So,
And who do you think Mikel's going to go with?
so,
These are my 2 questions.
so, okay. So it's no longer who I would go with. It's who would Mikel go with.
No, I'm saying who would you go with, and who would you have? Like 2 questions.
Okay, so
let's predict what it would be.
Okay, so for the City game, the left back has to be. So this is what I would do first. Mm-hmm. So left back, I'll probably go Calafiori again if he's fit.
The other centre mid position with Rice and Zubimendi.
Do you know what? I knew you. Do you know you're horrible. You're doing some nasty work now. Just putting me on it and the audience and everything, man. Okay, so in the 10, this is what I would do, yeah? Okay. I'm putting Odegaard in the 10, yeah? I know people got to be
let's assume Odegaard is not fit, because I don't think he's fit.
Okay, if he's not fit, then this guy, yeah. Okay, this is what I'm going with, yeah. I'm putting Eze in the 10. Yeah. I'm putting on the left, maybe Madueke, and then on the right, Saka.
Saka's not fit.
But he's not fit.
In Mikel's presser, when they asked him, he said he doesn't know when he's going to be back. If it might. All
right. So Madueke on the right.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. It's got to be Ethan, innit? So Ethan either in the 10 or Eze on the left. It's one of those. It's one of those 2. That's what.
Okay. I'm the same. Like that's what I want. Is for Ethan to play in the 10 and Eze to play on the left. But I think Mikel's going to go with Marino in that position.
You think he's gonna? You think he's gonna play Marino again?
Yeah, I think he's gonna play Marino in that game. I think he's gonna play that same midfield. I have a feeling he's gonna play midfield. That's what I'm just telling fans. Yeah, and I think the reason why, because as I said, it's still Man City, and obviously they're gonna have Rodri now. They have a midfield. I'm not saying it doesn't mean you're brave. Like I won't be surprised if he plays Ethan in there, because obviously Ethan did have a good game, and it's a home game as well. It's the kind of game we play in. But I also feel like it's the kind of game that maybe, like I think we can punch up City, in the sense of we can be physical with them. I'll put him on the spot still. But, I think we can punch up City still. Like I think I've watched them in their games. Like they're not physical at all. They're not. Then they can't handle that side of the game. Maybe only Haaland and maybe Ruben Dias in their team. But Rodri hasn't got his legs under me yet, and but they don't have a fit left back. I think there's a lot of things in it. Like I think we'll take the game to them. I expect us to be more dominant, but I suspect him going, especially if Odegaard's not fit, him going to Marino. Hoping that
they got though. They got Gonzalez in it in the midfield, haven't they?
They got Nico Gonzalez. They got Tijani Randers, who I absolutely love. Obviously, they got Rodri. Obviously, Van Foden's going to probably might play in there because he's playing well, but obviously might play on the right because they might want to play. Pep himself is going to probably play a bit more of a solid midfield, knowing the ground he's coming to as well, which is what I'm saying. But I would want him to play Ethan. I'm just expecting him to play Marino for the essence of trying to bully them. And I think that's what you should do, because I think when you punch up City, you make the game. It's like what we said. Like Bilbao tried to bully us, and then we could hang. Like it was like a boxing match. Like they might have had the first couple of rounds, but then they don't know that we're able to take punches. And then once we kind of get our foot back in, we're able to give you the punches. I think Man City, once you punch them, they're going to be down still. And I think you might have to approach the game to where you just you capitalize on the team's weakness, and the weakness is physicality and pressing and that.
So is Odegaard not ready yet? Or is he injured?
Yes, it's a shoulder injury, and I think he got.
I thought he injured his leg.
No, it's the same injury that he did against Leeds. He fell on that same shoulder. Yes, that's what I'm saying, and it's the same shoulder, isn't it? So it's like I'm pretty sure it was okay. Like it wasn't fully that from shoulders. There's a tight joint in it that he's always gonna pain, but it's probably okay. But then once you know, an injury, like for example, like you kind of nick something, like it might bang your knee on something, and then it hurts. But then you might play ball that day, and then you twist up your knee or something, and then it's like, fam, I was feeling something the day before, but I think it's one of those. I don't know. Obviously, there's no reports coming out, but I don't see him playing in that game. But obviously, knowing Odegaard, if he can make fit, then I'm pretty sure if Odegaard's fit, then he's gonna play. But yeah, I think Mourinho plays in that game. I wouldn't be mad at it, in my opinion, and it's not just because I'm a positive guy. I think I would understand.
I don't like that we're thinking alike, you know, bro. I don't like it.
Oh, you want us to be different, bro? But bro, what's the saying? Everyone in the chat, it's great minds think alike, and we might just have some great minds, brother. We're both wearing some cap, and today we're not speaking any cap. You get me? So I just want to
Look at this guy. I say he's a rapper in part-time life, you know.
Hey, maybe, man.
Maybe, but
one thing I will say, obviously, okay. Before I will mention this after this, predictions for the game. What do you think?
Another one. Do you know what I mean? DJ Khaled's settings from Kate were today, man. Predictions. This guy. Can't take this one.
So it's a hard one, you know. Actually, no, I'm gonna go a bit confident. Yeah, man, I'm going for
a 2-0 Arsenal, you know.
I think you're gonna be bang on, bro.
2-0 Arsenal,
still. But I'm gonna go for 3-0.
You're doing the 3-0 thing again, yeah?
I'm gonna go 3-0. I've gone 3-0 against Forest. I got that bang on. I got 3. I tried.
No, but we're playing City though, bro. 3-0.
No, but we gave them 5-1 last year, and I'm not doing the whole. We beat them last year. There's a different team, different setting, but I think the fear of City has been alleviated from this club the way it was. So now, I think, given the fact that we know what their weaknesses are, which is some of our strengths, I think, as I said, if we start to punch them up and it's our home game, I think we need to take an emphasis of the ball and, get the crowd going, play some good football. And we've got Gokras in there against, different guys, Madueke against, I think, because they don't, Nori's injured, so they're not going to have a natural left back out there. Either be O'Reilly.
Have they got Vardio?
Yeah, but he's not a lateral left back. He's still a left
centre back. No, but he plays well in left back.
Very good player. Very good player.
He plays centre back though, isn't it?
Yeah, but he should be playing centre back, and they might put O'Reilly there, or he might put whoever there.
Who's the brother? Who's the brother with the locks that come from Chelsea? What's his name again? The Dutch guy.
Oh, Aki.
When he played?
I don't know. He hasn't played in the last couple of games. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, right back. I don't. Who plays right back for them? I don't think they have a right back.
Kuzanov, I think. Kuzanov.
So Eze versus Kushanov, Madueke versus probably a natural left back, and then I think we can do it still. What would you think the best approach to beat City? Do you feel like you want to see, because we both want to see the Ethan thing. Do you want to see us try and out football them, or do you want to try and punch them up and then potentially try and out football them?
So the best way to combat City is to get an early goal, and that's maybe through a set piece. Listen, I'm shameless, bro. I will beat City on set pieces.
Yeah, bro, it's not.
I don't
big
care,
games.
Bro.
Big games.
It could be a dead game, yeah, but we win by a set piece.
Bro, 3 points. 3 points against your rivals is all that matters.
Because we need
to. Your rivals is the cherry on cake. That's why I said last year's 5-1 was sweet, because we needed to get. For me, it's about I have my get back list in it from the years that teams. And Man United are still on there.
Get back list, you know.
Chelsea's got theirs that 5-0 season before. City got theirs, so tick them off. Liverpool still have one that they need to hold, and I hope Emirates game we can do it. United, and there's some teams that need to hold Saturn. And Newcastle, so
Newcastle.
So I think we can, but I've already got that lick now, so I don't need that again and again. Like, if you do it, great. Just get the 3 points and get out of there. But I think a 3-0 though. Question to you.
What do you think? What's your approach? You're asking me all these questions. What's your approach?
I think you've got to try and punch them up. I think we can do both because we have an adaptable team.
Band for band, yeah. You think?
Yes. So I think we've got to try and, like, for example, I was saying like sometimes you go long to Gokras and hold it up and get pull the defenders out or get them playing that. Sometimes you got to obviously we've got the set pieces thing. City don't like that. Sometimes we got to high press them. Donnarumma is not the most as great as a keeper he is. His one weakness is him playing out the back. So I want to see that press vigorous. Like, do you know what I mean? I want to make them play long to Haaland and have only Haaland as the only one that can kind of compete in the air because they have a lot more small players. Like, do you know what I mean? Make it a game where we dominate them and frustrate them the way I know we can. And then once we do that,
is the manager going to be brave though? That's the big question.
I think he will. I think last year, obviously Liverpool again. Sorry, City didn't.
City were rubbish last year, man.
Yeah, but in that period where we beat them, obviously is when they started their run. They ended the season with the best form in the league, and that's why they finished third. And like, if you go check their form at the end of the season, I think they won like 10 games and like 8-9 games in a row, something like that. Like,
okay,
like that is just that. They're still City, like, and obviously, they have Rodri now.
They are still City now,
which is a different thing. But I think it's from what I've watched them this season, and even in that United game, that first 20-30 minutes, United were kind of doing it. Like, if United weren't dead, they could have got something in that game still. But obviously, United are dead, so eventually they just lay down and got it. So
I've got a question for you though, yeah, quickly. If we beat City on Sunday, is that the league done for them now?
No. The league is not done for no
one. Three losses.
Doesn't matter, bro. Because if we've seen maybe not this iteration of players, but we've seen this club go on unbeaten run.
Bro, they lose one more.
But I'm saying, but then if they lose that game in May, it's different because we might start dripping the points. Like, we've seen this team, they can easily get it together. Pep is Pep, and they got good players that can get it together and go on a run. Like, that's what football does. The same way, like Liverpool now, you could argue they're not played well. If one of these performances they play now, they play the next game and then they lose and don't get that lucky 90-minute winner, then questions get asked now where it's like we haven't seen good football or any consistent thing. We've seen bad. Do you know what I mean? It's about context, isn't it? But I think it will be game week 5 next week, right? If I'm correct. Come on, man. There's still another 30.
No, it's game week 5 this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even if they lose that game, there's still another 33 games to go, man. Like, it's just a lot of football to play, man. But like, okay, so for you, if we beat City, okay, I'll flip it to you then. How does that? How are you feeling for our title credentials?
I told you, Man City. I told you in the group chat earlier, Man City and Newcastle, and the Rock chest is coming up.
Yeah, because pause by the way, but I'm not I think we're gonna beat City, but the Newcastle, bro, you don't like. I think last year, that performance we played last year
against Newcastle,
like, was dead. Like, I remember that Newcastle game. They literally only played 2 attackers. It was
1-0. It's 1-0, isn't it?
1-0. Isak and Gordon, and everyone else was midfilders or defenders. And I was like, this is. And they came and played a low.
Have we got?
Which is why I'm saying that now I'm like, with the obviously, albeit we're still probably going to be going there, probably missing Saka, probably missing Odegaard
But we're going well ahead, man. We've got City first, man.
I know, but that's the game that I set my, like, because I expect to beat City. I guess I'm showing chest for that in it. So, boom, I've done my bench press and my incline press for that. But for the Newcastle game, bro, if we get the dub there, and I'm pretty sure that is that international break after the international. I'm not too sure, but no, it's not. Sorry, if we get the dub there, Newcastle, and I hope we even win it in a shithouse way, the set piece. Punch them up in that as well, make their crowd, let their fans upset, get Bruno Guimaraes a send off or some shit. Then, as you said, that chest that you're gonna have, I'll be there with you, brother.
Do you know what? Yeah, see, I just had that chest, but I've got the inverted chest now. Yeah, maybe I'm getting a bit too excited, bro. Maybe I need to calm down.
Remember, Waffle, and I always tell you this. Remember the first show that we did, and you told me, what's your thoughts on the first 6 games? And I said, I think we're gonna win. Obviously, I think I said I think we said we're gonna draw. Obviously, we lost that game, and like, so far the club is like conceding 1 goal from a set piece. From a free kick, which is a set piece, but a magical free kick, and no open play goals. No, I don't remember a chance where Raya had to pull off a mad. Obviously, the Chris Wood save was a mad save, but like a mad save from a mad attack where I'm like, damn. Like, do you know what I mean? That he saved us at that point, or you got like we haven't really been threatened. And I'm not saying that's not going to happen in the games, but I think I've got enough confidence in the team. Okay, the defensive side is still there. We still got the set piece going. The attack is looking a bit more transitional, especially in some games. I've seen us, play well. Zubimendi looks like a player, and Madueke coming in. Eze here, like it's good, man. Question to us both. So how you gonna ask it?
Is Tonali better than Rice? Because I said Tonali was better and got laughed at. I think technically he is.
I don't think you should get laughed at, but I don't think Tonali's better than Rice. But Tonali's a player, though.
Yeah. I don't think he's better. I don't think he's better in the defensive aspect, defensive midfield aspect. But I think technically on the ball, I think Tonali's better. But I wouldn't say he's an overall better player.
But I think the technical thing is hard. I think it's hard.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Tonali's.
No, hear me out when I say this. I mean, it's a hard thing to describe, innit? Because technicality and aesthetics is two different things. Like some players look better with the things they do, and they move smoother because of their build and just how they are. And so the technical ability shows more because of how, like, for example, innit? Like, I compare it like this, innit? It's like if I was to give somebody that's not Nigerian pounded jam with a gussie and a bono, like, you're gonna look at it for that and think, or I mean, you won't. But once you taste it, they're gonna be like, okay, this is serious food, isn't it? But I could give someone, a nice, like, prepared meal that looks nice and it tastes nice as well, isn't it? But it's about like what it is. I think Tonali is a bit like, has technical things is better, but Rice, like, can't lie. A man that can hit a corner the same way for three years in a row, that's technical ability to me. A man that can ball strike, a man that can shoot from, like, there's aspects of it, but I'm not glazing him because he's our player, but I'm just like, it's a hard one to call in it, because when people say Rice not technical, I'm like, I understand what you're saying. He's not aesthetic.
I'm not saying he's not technical. I'm just saying Tonali's kind of,
he's more, he's got the stuff that I like in midfielders that I want to see. So I agree with what you're saying.
He's definitely got the aesthetic on the eye. But yeah, I think
a more complete player.
Look at AFC as well. AFC, you're doing some nasty work as well. Trying to get do the clip thing. Yeah, you're trying to get me clipped, isn't it?
Hey man, he's trying to
this
get
is what Buddy's trying to do. Yeah. But listen, I need to like lock off and all that. And who should we redirect to, people? Give me a thing. And also as well, have you got anything coming up? Latvian starts at 8 though. That's the only thing, and he's not. I can't see him on it. But I can.
I should have a preview for the game coming up soon, obviously, and Hincapié video should be coming. That video should be coming out very soon. I'm just waiting for him to get some minutes.
Yeah, we still got him as well, innit?
I'm waiting for him to get some proper minutes.
Do you know what my fear is though? Like in this City game, yeah. I think City gonna try the cheating thing. When they're not doing well, they're gonna be like in the refs.
Oh yeah, but this is where I need the Arsenal home crowds to make that day, to make it loud, to make it if I'm booing every non-challenge we don't get, putting the pressure on the ref, putting the intimidation factor in. Where, do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm hoping and I expect. And as I said, we just got to try and make the game physical, because the game is physical and we're winning and we're pressing them and we're trying. As I said, we get a goal early. I think we can do something. AFC said it thinks it's Pep's last season. I can maybe.
Well, Onome was saying that, you know what, that he asked me the question, does he think that Pep will win the league in the next 2 seasons? And I let him talk, and then I thought to myself, it has to be Arsenal one of these 2 seasons, bro. Arsenal got to win a Premier League in those 2 seasons. I don't think Pep's going to win the league, but it's Man City in it, so I suppose the respect is there, but the fear is not there. It's a difference, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they can. Obviously, they still got Haaland, best back in the world. They still got very good players.
Rodri as well, if Rodri arrives.
Obviously, I know they got a couple of injuries. You got Oscar Bob, you got your Cherokes and that. But it's.
But do you think they're better than Liverpool though? They're not better than Liverpool.
No. Like, they're not better because obviously I think Liverpool have a better better centre backs, and they got as good a striker, and a good midfield. That's what I'm saying. Like it's City in their time had the best team, and you could argue some of the best players in their position in the league, and in maybe bar one or two. But now you look at Arsenal, you look at Liverpool, you look at City. Like you could argue, you pick. Well, you know what I'm saying, who's better? You can't
They're
really
not
say
playing well either, bro. They're not playing well at all.
Liverpool or City.
City, both of them are Cities.
Yeah, but City can play football, like, and they've played good moments. I think the Wolves game, they played good football. I guess on the ball, off the ball. But I know this, innit? My cousin's a City fan, and I talk about it all the time. Like they didn't sign any defenders, and as personally, I always say, and call me if you in this life, you gotta have black centre backs, fam. You have to have at least one. There's a difference in the level of physicality, the level of confidence of their physicality, and the way they play. And the natural athleticism that we have, that I think is no coincidence that Liverpool have 2 black centre backs, that we have 2 black or 3 black centre backs, and we play.
Come on, loud.
And I'm not doing this, but there's no coincidence that in terms of, do you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those, and they didn't get anyone in the defense was one of the big issues last season, and they didn't address it, in my opinion, in the way that they needed to. That would have given me the confidence to say, they did in terms of the sense of the goalkeeper. They got a very good goalkeeper, shot stopper, but not in the centre backs. Like Ruben Dias got exposed last season. Stones doesn't have the fitness. Kushinov is a young player, clearly, and obviously Guardiola is definitely one of their best players, but he's only one by himself. Like so, and then obviously Rodri family doesn't look the same. Nico Gonzalez is okay. Like, I don't know. Abs, my missus is mixed race, but she doesn't like dark chocolate biscuits, and she got called it.
Oh, bro, he's capping. You know, I think this guy is just on.
He's on a road today. I love it.
He's on a mad thing. Well, listen, we're gonna wrap up, you know, because boy, I need to pray and everything, and I need to do my thing, and my pizza's on its way as well.
I'm love for the love, man.
Yeah, have you got anything coming up?
Yeah, that's a preview for the City game. That probably it, and probably
are you not doing a watch along, or are you just gonna watch the game?
I might be in a bar watching that game. Actually,
okay.
I might not be able to do a watch along, but
okay. Big up, man. AFC always. Big up AFC always. AFC always is a real one, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a real one, man. But listen, people, yeah. Make sure you stack up the likes and everything. Big up to the chat and all of them things there. Who am I gonna redirect this to? Normski? Should I do Normski? Or who else? Who should I redirect? Normski?
Yeah.
Let's just do Normski. Okay, so this is gonna go to Normski TV, people. Make sure you put Waffle Raid or Waffle and Cape Raid, whatever. I don't know, people, yeah. But listen. Big up to everyone that's joined the channel today. Nice to see the numbers picking up again, because boy, last week was dead. We need the numbers for these type of shows, man. But listen, make sure you guys slap up the likes. Make sure you go and watch that video from Cape as well. That's in the chat as well. Wicked free kick, yeah. I must admit, you know what?
Appreciate it, bro.
Bro, that free kick.
Saying it
last time I scored a free kick like that, I was in school, bro. That's how long I can do them type of free kicks, man. I'll be real with you, bro. That's another conversation for another day. Anyway, people, yeah. Sure. Big up to everyone. Hey, listen, quick question, yeah. And I'm gonna put you on the spot. When are you gonna do the intro for the show, bro?
The intro?
Yeah, if it's a minute or whatever, just something. We need an intro.
I'll work on
it. Yeah, see, you don't like being put on the spot now, innit?
I'll work on it still. I can't give any
don't even have to be mad, just something, just to get
I agree, man.
Proud them. You know what I mean?
I'll work on
we chat anyway. Listen, guys, yeah, thank you all for joining.
Yeah, appreciate the love. Drop a like. Shout you guys next week.
Big up.